I'm Valentin. I'm the operations lead of the operations sub-DAO of the dYdX DAO. We are the community mandated entity to running the community-owned infrastructure for the dYdX chain. So through our front-end iOS app and Android app, users can interact with the dYdX chain, that is the decentralized perpetuals exchange, the latest version of the dYdX exchange. Yeah, so the core mission of dYdX is democratizing access to financial opportunity, and this is manifested through the available and decentralized perpetual exchange. And in the current version of the dYdX chain, this is its own blockchain built on the Cosmos SDK, where the blockchain is run by validators, trustless validators, and the ancillary infrastructure is open source. So the web front end is open source, as well as the other necessary infrastructure pieces like the indexer code. And we at the operations sub-DAO, as mentioned, are running the front end, the mobile applications, as well as contracting out the indexer and other services that are necessary for users of the front end, but also users of the API to actually interact with the chain and trade on the chain. Yeah, so the dYdX was founded by Antonio Giuliano in 2017, and they had the vision of he had the vision of creating a perpetual exchange. It started out on Ethereum, but was facing scalability issues as well as usability issues with the long transaction finality on Ethereum. So the next version was a roll-up on the Starknet technology, and to develop this even further, dYdX Trading decided to build the dYdX chain that was launched in November 23 and is the latest version now. Yeah. And we've been able to process 166 billion this year so far, so pretty good. According to our user interviews, and we figured out that the people who currently love dYdX are smaller shops or retail users that are very sophisticated and have sophisticated trading setups that are generating quite a large volume, so that we had the top trading day in March with, I think, 2.6 billion in volume in a single day. We're always looking into how to make the data of the chain more available to us, but also users and the community in general. So we're really excited about the possibility to add a new mode of archiving the chain of the data. Obviously, keeping chain data archived, the need for that is kind of obvious, but we currently have a setup of archival nodes, but adding redundancy to this and adding more available data sources is always better for the reliability of the setup. So supporting the dYdX ecosystem as a whole, I think it's making the data available to users, but also to other teams that would like to build dashboards, provide insight in the trading data that is available on chain. Since it is hard for like an individual to sort through this without the necessary technical skills, I can foresee dashboards either created by third parties or even commissioned by the sub-DAO to provide this data insight to our users, to our community, and using the KYVE backend basically as source for this data. Currently we have a permissionless validator setup, so anyone can join the validator set if they choose to run a validator node. The cutoff is at 60 validators, and that is determined by the amount of stake weight available, so that is the limiting factor. We have setup instructions and the documentation that is available with sort of the necessary data to spin up a validator that needs to sync. And I'm not technical, so maybe I'm fucking something over. I'm messing something up, but I understand they need to start at 0 at the Genesis block to sync. And I understand the tool Ksync would help the validators to basically start at specific block height, if I'm figuring this correctly. So I assume that this would be very helpful for new validators to basically jump to the certain block height and not need to start by 0. That would definitely add value to the validators that start spinning up nodes for the dYdX chain. We have so something that we're really excited about was the June upgrade that happened a couple of weeks ago, where we unlocked more than 800 new markets that are now available to trade on the dYdX chain. And this is a big step towards permissionless markets as a whole, where anyone can propose any asset to be added to the trading front end and to the chain, and then to be tradable, or the perpetuals to be tradable on the dYdX chain. And this is something that we're looking to launch this year. So that is, we're really hard, or the developers and everyone is really working hard towards that. That is our big focus this year, from like a new feature set, alongside with like just improving the overall trading experience and making it a lot smoother. For us, and this is primarily what our technical lead has shared, he has said that the willingness to dive into details and the professionality of the team was really, really great to see, and something that stood out among other partners that we've worked with, that we were really happy to collaborate with you, and it was a very effective collaboration so far, so really good for us.